Two or Three Witnesses by Frank Viola. In the message Hearing the Voice that has no words, and in my book Hang On, Let Go, I discuss how the Lord speaks to us through what we commonly call coincidence. Every fact is to be confirmed by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. 2 Corinthians 13:1. For God speaks in one way, and in two, though man does not perceive it. Job 33:14. During the recent Insurgents Experience IXP Mastermind, I spent 4 days with a group of Christian leaders. The gathering was a mixture of a high-octane spiritual retreat, problem-solving exercises, fellowship, communion with the Lord, ministry one to another, and lots of laughter. It was a remarkable time, and heaven broke through the veil on more than one occasion. During the course of the 4 days, 3 coincidences took place, or heavenly witnesses, I should say. First, in one of the sessions, I spoke on the topic of failure in ministry and gave a riff on quality over quantity. 2 of the brothers chimed in and said, "Frank, we were just talking about this very thing at lunch today. In fact, we used the same language, i.e., quality versus quantity." That was confirming witness number 1. In another session, I did something I didn't do with last year's group. I asked the leaders to do a walking exercise where they were conscious of their breathing. The exercise was preceded by a talk on the connection between the Lord's name and our breath, and I gave them specifics on how their walk could be a meaningful time. If part of the instruction was to notice the cinema of beauty in nature and recognize it's all a picture of Christ. When we all came back to report, one of the leaders said, "As I was walking, I saw a bronze plaque near the lake that said, 'Breathe deeply, experience nature, and reset yourself.'" The others in the room saw it also on their walk. I never saw the plaque, this time on my own walk or any other time. That was confirming witness #... On another evening, I put the leaders in pairs to seek the Lord the next morning. I had written down the pairs by name the week before. When I read the pairs out loud, each person was sitting next to the person who I paired them off with the week before without their knowledge. The way they were seated made it appear that they intentionally paired off on their own. One of the men was the odd man out, but I wrote his name down next to one of the other pairs I selected. I then asked him, "Which pair do you want to meet with?" He picked the exact pair I wrote his name down with the week before. Keep in mind that with the exception of one brother, I never met these people before in person. I showed one of the brothers my list so he could verify that I wasn't making it up. It was uncanny. That was confirming witness number 3. I realized that the divine principle of 2 or 3 witnesses, which appears at least 7 times in the Bible, refers to human witnesses. However, the principle applies to environmental circumstances as well. Even if none of these confirmations took place, we had all met the Lord in a fresh and powerful way that week. But these little witnesses were like chocolates dropped from heaven, confirming that the Lord was in our midst. I share this with you for one reason. Pay attention. If you're not looking for the fingerprints of your Lord in your daily situations through coincidence, you won't notice them. For more, go to frankviola.org.